All righty, everybody. Welcome to the channel, everybody. So, it's Godzilla Minus One. Man, I can't wait for this discussion. So, welcome back, everybody, to the channel, Figure Mania Show. Harold here. And today I have a very special guest, Rakchala, the great figure man, who's living out in Tokyo, and he saw Godzilla Minus One. Everybody give him a big hand. Very
Thanks.
good.
Thanks for the nice welcome. Always nice to join you for streams or just chatting about Godzilla or anything in general, to be honest. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So we got some people. What's going on, Nor Hank? We got Thao Saka. Okay, so Yoshi Gems. Will we get spoilers? I want to know what happens. I don't know. Well, we might briefly touch upon it, So we'll see. Alrighty. So let's first get into the discussion. So Godzilla Day happened, and Nathan, you were there. Tell me your first impressions of Godzilla Day, because I've never been, and I'm planning already for next year to go. Tell me.
Yeah. I mean, Godzilla Day is the first time I've been. I've watched it streaming a couple of times. I guess like with everyone else. So this year, since in person, I figured I'd go with my mate. So actually, my good friend Fuji, he got me into Godzilla in general. So I always do these type of things with him, and I saw the movie yesterday with him as well.
Sure.
Yeah, so they were giving out these awesome little chibi Godzilla hats for probably the kids. I had to grab one because it kind of looked cool. It was packed. I posted, I think, 1 or 2 photos on Insta. I sent you a few photos as well.
Sure. I saw that.
I think you mentioned wasn't quite working on your system at the moment, but let me see if I find a quick photo. But I was really impressed or surprised by how many people there were. Maybe you can kind of see this if it focuses. Yeah. So you can see the big screen in the center at the back over there-ish. And there's the main area in front of the stage.
Go. Do that again. Do that again so that you can show people.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's in
the stage that went up, and then I just went up to the back and kind of chilled up there. Then I just kept getting busier and busier and busier.
Yeah.
So the main, I don't want to say I was disappointed by it. It was awesome. But I think if you want to watch the content and absorb everything that's being shown, then I think online is better. For like maybe the first time, the atmosphere is really fun. Everyone's there is really pumped. There's a guy in a Godzilla suit.
Yeah.
The most like adorable little girl dressed as Biollante. The most random thing, but Louis Rose of a full-on costume with tentacles. Kids running around in their Chibimaru costume as well. And so like seeing the families together. The older generation with the younger generation was really nice. And the atmosphere was really good. And they had like a little wee puppet, one of the puppets on display. They had a shop. Unfortunately, the shop you had to go early, get a ticket, which I didn't, so I couldn't go in. But they had like a statue of Godzilla 54, -0, Biollante on display. Actually, I think I have that photo.
I saw that one about that Biollante. I never seen that display. I was like, whoa, I really want to see that Biollante display.
Actually, let me put in. That's the Mothra. Is it focusing? There we go.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are the puppets for that puppet show. Yeah, they have those on displays at the Operation Owaji.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah. That, oh my god, that Biollante. When you showed me that, I was like, are you kidding me? They have that on display?
Yeah, so that was right next to the shop. That was maybe the most impressive thing I saw there, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so cool. If you're going to go to watch, it's kind of you have to find a spot to stand or maybe sit on the ground. So it's not the most, I guess, comfortable for like 8 hours, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
So me and my mate, we watched the intro, the CG, the Megalon clip. Then we had to walk around. There was a survey. We got like the Godzilla Fest sticker.
Oh, I seen those. Yeah.
Maybe not. Anyway, a little sticker that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We grabbed lunch and we went to watch a little bit more, and that's when they were doing the Monarch series. So I got like an evacuation
Oh,
sticker, which is quite cool.
I was so
Um,
happy that they showed the clips of the Monarch series, and it looks
mm,
even more interesting. I cannot wait to see that show. You know what I mean? But like, I was
yeah.
surprised that they didn't show anything for the new Empire. I didn't see anything about the new Empire. Did you?
No, which wait, that's the GVK
God,
sequel, right?
yeah, Godzilla Kong, the new Empire. You know,
I'm guessing they don't want to clash two main movies at one time, which makes
I guess
sense. They
so.
kind of
Yeah.
compete for
Hmm.
attention. So I guess for
Sure. Yeah.
Empire, maybe in the coming months we will see.
Yeah. So
Um,
Heisenberg is in the chat. What's going on, my friend? And he says no spoilers. Okay, fine. We'll keep this a spoiler free.
yeah.
You know. So all right, but he's asking, did you go to the 4DX showing of Minus One? I heard that was amazing.
No, but maybe I do because I actually want to see it again. I enjoyed it that much. We'll probably touch on the cinema I went to a little bit later, at least for
Hmm.
a place where I went for experience. But
Okay.
coming
All
back at
right.
least to the Godzilla Fest, you probably know a
Mm-hmm.
bit more about than me because we ended up actually kind of leaving. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so went for opening, checked out the Megalon video, and then we kind of went off to Akihabara and had a look at some shops and stuff. Just because it was like the information that we can see now, we can just go check it
Sure.
online later.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was, and I guess that's where the disappointment comes from because we thought there'd be a little bit more to do outside of just the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so
So there
yeah,
wasn't question, there wasn't like on display like all like in the previous year, I think it was last year, they had like on display like the suits and stuff like that. It looked like a bigger display last year than
mm,
this year,
yeah,
right?
didn't see any of that unfortunately. Yeah, because even with my
Mm-hmm.
mate, he thought they'd have all the suits on display, or maybe a history, or a few other little bit areas to go and really mingle. There could have been something
Yeah,
else down a further away that maybe we did miss. It could be possible, but we did have a
sure.
look around. But it was really busy as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
That's all right. Okay.
yeah, but
So
it's
let's
one of those things. I think it's worthwhile going to at least once to at least for the start to watch the intro, the opening, or if you have like one or two particular things you really want to see, go away, come
sure.
back, watch. Yeah,
Yeah, like that's something that I have to do at least once in my life. You know what I mean? To go to Godzilla Day. Like I got to finally go to Operation Awaji last year,
mm,
and you know that that checkbox is finally checked off. I
yeah,
don't need to go back. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to go back to that place just for that. I did what I wanted to do, and I saw what I wanted to see there, and
yeah,
that was
yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
when I go back next year, hopefully the other Titan Masters will be with me and a couple of other people I sent the invitation to. You know, be there. I know you'll be there. Hopefully,
yeah,
we'll get a chance to go to Godzilla the ride again. Well, for me again, you know what I mean. But it'll be the first time for them, so it'll be something special. You know,
yeah.
so that's the
Definitely want to
thing.
go there. The Cebu Land one, right?
Yes, Cebu Land, yeah. And
Yeah.
now they got the Ultraman ride too, so it'll be
That's right.
interesting.
That's
It'll be
right.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
let's get into Godzilla Day, the reveals. They revealed, I wasn't surprised that they revealed Jet Jaguar. I knew that was coming, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But I'm surprised that that's all they revealed because like it's also Megalon's birthday. There was no Megalon
Mm,
figure, you know what I mean? I really wanted to see a Megalon figure, but we didn't get it, you know?
yeah,
So I don't
but
know if they'll do that later, you know? So
that's true. I'm not sure, like, because even last year for the head
mhm.
order one, we only got head order. We didn't get Godzilla to match him. I don't think we have a monster that's for that Godzilla yet as well, right?
No, not yeah. We don't have a god. Yeah, Monster Arts Godzilla
Yeah.
73, right? Yeah, that's 73. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
73.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, Tamashii Nation's event is 17th, 18th, 19th of this month. So it's
Sure.
possible we may get a reveal there for it, Megalon.
Okay.
Um,
Hopefully. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm not
Yeah.
really. Is it too niche for like a wide release? I don't know. It's one of those ones. I guess Moira got a
Yeah.
release, so why wouldn't Megalon? Especially now, I
Yeah.
guess they're more popular. Um,
Sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a little strange. Like I knew that figure was coming for sure. And I'm happy, and I
Yeah,
can't wait to get that figure.
he looks good.
So
Yeah,
it looks really good. It looks really good. Finally, you know what I mean. So yeah, I can't. I got like my mind's going like 100 miles an hour, like all the photos that I want to take with that figure and things. So it's gonna be interesting.
nice, nice. Definitely can't wait to see those.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So Heisenberg is saying, yes, not a lot of toy news on Godzilla Day. They did release some minus one Bandai exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine for, you know what I mean? But I really don't have a taste for Bandai figures. You know what I mean? I do have and get Bandai figures, but that's for my kids in my school because like
Yeah,
my little kids, they love playing with things, and that's how I kind of like indoctrinate my kids into the Godzilla fandom. You
yeah.
know, that looks beautiful. That right there. But is that the what's it
That's
called? The
Ichiban Kuji.
Ichi Bancho. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
this is the
nervous to
last
get the
prize one as well. So like the
Oh
base
yeah.
one is him with a base color, and then the last prize is the powered up version.
Okay, here's a question because from the trailer, okay, this is not a spoiler. Like the trailer, we've seen this in the trailer already when he shoots his atomic breath or his heat ray, not atomic
Yeah.
breath, whatever. You know what I mean, whatever it is. His spines stick out, right? They go. That's pretty cool. It's like you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of reminded me of like Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla versus Kong. Like when you see him and you see his like going, it was kind of
Ah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
almost.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? You know. And then all of a sudden, like when he fires, like it cuts off, but you kind of know, like it goes back in, and then like he shoots. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
tell me later. You know what I mean? But in it, like when we're off the air. But does that figure? The question is, does that figure have the longer spines, or is it just the exact
Ooh.
same mold?
I would
That's
assume.
my question.
I think it'd be the same mold. I didn't check that actually, but it does look
Hmm.
like the same one.
Yeah,
Hang on, let me-
because like you know what? Yeah, it does. It looks like the same one. It's kind of hard to tell though. You know what I mean? You have to put it
Yeah.
like side by side.
Right.
Yeah,
That's all the different Kuji items. It definitely looks like it's going to be a fun Kuji. Um,
sure.
because the
Yeah,
one they did last year, was it? No, the year before.
yeah.
With the 2019 one was really
That.
nice.
Oh my God, that I have that one right here, and
Yeah,
I love this figure very much. But like when the final product came out, I mean, there was there's noticeable differences in the teeth. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like the rest of the sculpt was beautiful, but like the teeth was like they're all gummy looking and things. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I don't know, man. But like when they showed the promos to that Burning Godzilla, which is basically the X Plus, they
Yeah, yeah.
took the mold of the X Plus and they shrunk it down. I was like, I have a feeling they're gonna mess that one up. And then I have a friend, Mason Zilla. He got that one, and he was horribly disappointed with that
Oh,
figure. He's like,
really?
oh yeah, he was. So I was like, oh wow, thank goodness I didn't get that one then.
But the
Yeah.
overall finish of it looks really nice.
Sure, yeah.
It's a real shame.
Anyways,
Yeah,
all right.
where were we at anyway?
Yeah,
Figures
say
or
again.
reveals? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I've only seen like was it Luminous mentioned there's been a couple of the Bandai ones, the
Mm-hmm.
soft ones. Yeah,
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's get into Godzilla Day's first short, which
yeah,
was Godzilla versus Megalon. Now, I was very happy to see this version of Godzilla return.
yeah.
I have the Bandai vinyls for that one. I have two of them. I have
Okay, yeah,
just the normal one, and then I got my buddy to paint like when his chest lights up and he
that's
turns into that super Godzilla mode or whatever.
right.
And Gigan Rex, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that was really cool. Like that short was really, really cool. But
yes,
then going into this short, I was like, ooh, so now we're getting Megalon. And I thought the design of Megalon just looked awesome. Like he looked like, to me, yeah, like Megalon isn't meant to be, is a bug, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? He looks very insect-like. I liked it. I really,
Yeah.
really liked it. Yeah. What were your thoughts on that short?
Yeah, it was really nice. I like the fact that we're probably going to get maybe one CG, one suit clip each year. I think it's nice in the mix.
Sure. Yes,
His design was really cool. He definitely bulked
it
up.
was.
Um,
Yes.
they showed actually after the video, they showed some behind the scenes for the
I
making
saw
of it,
that.
some concept sketches.
Yes.
I think there I really love the design. He's like really bulky and beefed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And most of the people in the crowd were all saying, "Man, it really looks like not Iris, Legion. What's his name? The other one from Gamera.
Maybe Legion, maybe?
Yeah,
Because I
Legion.
know
That's
there's
yeah.
Iris.
Really looks
Okay.
like Legion, or very familiar to him, which is quite
Oh,
interesting.
okay. Yeah.
I guess like kind of a bulked up body and the design aspects for him. But yeah, that
But
fight was really cool.
that fight was awesome, and I was like, whoa, that Megalon made Gigan Rex look like a wimp, you know? Because like Godzilla took on all the Gigants, and including Gigan Rex by himself, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But then this time around, like this Megalon really gave this Godzilla a run for his money. I was like,
yeah,
whoa,
yeah, yeah.
like they beefed them up, and I really like that. And like I like how, I guess this might be the trope every year. Like if we get another video next year, another animation next year of this same
Yeah,
Godzilla, like they give him new powers because he's got
yeah.
new powers. You know what I mean? Like they gave him like Jedi powers. If you notice, like that was surprising to me. All of a sudden, like he starts shooting like these this pulses out of his hand like a Jedi and
Um,
things. Did you catch that?
maybe I missed
Or
it.
what
I
is
might need
that?
to rewatch it actually.
Oh yeah,
Is that,
yeah.
yeah,
Because like
yeah,
because it looked like he was like, and then like he was like shooting these pulses, like, and you know when Guy get not Gigan, I keep saying Gigan, Megalon was like trying to,
yeah,
like he blocks it, you know what I mean? I was like, whoa,
yeah.
what the
That's
heck's
right. Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
Yeah, you
One
know.
thing I loved, and like, especially the whole crowd, that was like, "Woo!" Was like when his wings pop up and that starts like flashing.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
awesome
yeah,
when he
yeah.
flies up, and again when he does like the double like combine his drills, and it's like
Sure.
that's like, why doesn't he do that? So, and like I think the director's response, like, it was just we thought it'd be really cool. Like, yeah,
Yeah. But it
what?
was so cool. Like that whole fight was awesome. Like when Megalon knocks Godzilla down to the ground, and then he uses his spines to just to propulse himself up in the air and gives him that flying drop kick. And those
Yeah,
were like that was a shade of like 73, like when he slid on his tail. But this
yeah,
is like
yeah,
way up in the air. I was like, whoa, he can do that. That's that.
yeah.
I thought that was so creative. That was
Yeah.
very cool. Yeah.
Actually, for
So
guy JC in the chat, no, not a spoiler, but if you haven't seen it, the official Godzilla channel currently
uh-huh.
has the mini clip for what we're talking about, which is Godzilla vs Megalon, and then the Jet
Yeah.
Jaguar one as well. And there's
Yeah.
behind the scenes for that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, I want to give a shout out to JC. He's always commenting on my toy photography and things. Thank you very much for that and things. So he's been a avid supporter. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. So like we were thinking about like, are we going to keep this discussion spoiler free or not, and we decided to go spoiler free for everybody, you know what I mean? So off the air, you know, I will talk to Nathan in private about spoilers and stuff like that, but you guys won't know that one. Okay, guys? So out of respect for everybody, you know what I mean, we decided to keep this a spoiler free discussion today. Okay, all righty. Okay, so like yeah, and I was like getting back to that animation short. I was like, wow, this Megalon is really tough. Like I thought at one point he he uh he impaled Godzilla because it looked like that's what
Yeah.
he did. But like Godzilla had him by the horn and then he broke it, and then like I was like, oh
Yes.
my god, like did he just cut Godzilla's arm off? No, he didn't. But like, you know what I mean? But he beat Megalon, but you see Godzilla, oh, and then like he's down. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, he won, but like it was a narrow victory for him. So it wasn't at all like Gigan, you know what I mean? Where like he just takes on all of them, just wipes them all out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. Like I love how like I guess these kind of short videos, right? They don't have to
Yeah.
fit within the uh, narrative, I guess, or the continuity of the movies. I guess they can go outside of the box, do
No,
something big.
yeah, they can go outside of the box. Yeah,
He's
I
just got to
like
be
that.
an absolute tank of a beast and go for it, which I think is
Yeah.
really nice and something a bit different to watch as well, which is good. Yeah.
I like those different takes on Godzilla all the time. It's just I like how they reinvent him all the time. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like he's like this non-linear character. I mean, that's how he survives over the years. Like if they kept him the same, like from 54, like this franchise would have died out a long time ago. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like they have to find always ways to bring in new fans. You know what I mean? And like especially like for this movie that we're gonna talk about in a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I think that this movie will bring in a lot of new fans, you know? So and
Yeah, I
that's
hope
like
so.
any Godzilla movie that can bring in new fans, whether it's critically acclaimed or panned, I think it does it if it can do that one job, it's fine for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. So getting on to the next short, which is the live action short, which is
Yeah.
Godzilla Operation Jet Jaguar.
Yes.
This was charming. I loved it. Like I miss watching the suits so much. Like
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Like for the last like 3 years now, they give us a live action suit short and things. You know what I mean? Because like I miss the charm of the suits and things. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But however, yeah. But however, like there was something that made me go, huh? Which towards the end, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I
Okay.
want to get
Okay.
your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts on that short.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, definitely loved it as well. Have you seen the behind the scenes, by the way?
I did. I saw it today, like the behind the scenes of that. I was like, wow, that's so fascinating. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the things that really gets my fire going inside of me, like
Yeah.
creatively for toy photography and things. I love watching
Definitely.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
think seeing the behind the scenes kind of makes you appreciate it even more. But yeah,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah.
I almost feel like this year they definitely leveled up a little bit more. Maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
because they keep building on the previous year's experience. But even just
Yes.
felt really polished from both like
Mm.
the cinematography side of things. The angles
Yes.
were really nice, the lighting, the coloring, all that as well, and the way
Yeah.
they were lighting the buildings. And you can kind of see that as well from the behind the scenes. I had like the the LED like light sticks, basically what we use for our toy
Yes.
photography, but on a bigger
Yeah,
scale as well.
it's exactly what we do for toy photography, but like blown up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At 1-to-1. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, of course. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to do with my toy photography. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, of course. I mean, that's how I learned. You know what I mean? So for you
yeah,
guys watching and stuff
exactly.
like that, learning. I mean, that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from. You know what I mean? So I recommend for anybody doing toy photography, kaiju toy photography, and stuff like that,
Yeah,
study the behind the scenes because that really gives you a lot of insight and things on how they do it. Like if you notice, like the stage where they on, you know, like
yeah,
it's a flat surface area, right? But
yeah,
because of
yeah,
the camera angle, you know what I mean? You don't see that. You know what I mean? Like the audience fills in the rest with their mind that they're stepping on crap and stuff like that all over
yeah,
the place. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
that's what you and I love that. I really really love that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So
yeah.
like coming back to the light, like is I think they mentioned the behind the scenes. Often
Hmm.
when they film it at nighttime, it's quite dark. You don't see much.
Hmm.
But this time,
Sure.
I think they wanted to up the brightness a bit more while keeping it more natural. So like
Yes.
with normally you just have the light inside a building, and that looks good. The building has the lights on inside, and it feels a bit more realistic. But the
Hmm.
overall ambient light isn't there. So that's why I
Yeah.
put in the extra LED light behind the building somewhere, and like kind of like the streets or alleyway to really amp it up in a more natural way with the coloring as well.
Well, the thing
Definitely
is that like they really know how to do like the rim lighting because that's how you can separate the monsters from the black background. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because like there's got to be lights behind them and things also too, so like you can see it. Because if the lights just all coming from the front, then
yeah,
that monster then it's you're not gonna see that you're not gonna see him. It's like it's black on black. You know what I mean? You have to find a way to separate them. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
in it, like that's clever lighting, you know what I mean? And clearly that team that behind, doing that, they know lighting, and like you could clearly see it. Yeah, it was good. It was really, really nice. Yeah.
And then
So
the other part I did love was the the handshake when they get up and it's okay, time to go kick some ass. It was done in such a beautiful, cheesy way. Loved it.
it was cheesy. Like I could hear people laughing. You know what I mean? Like when I was watching it live, I could hear people, like towards the end, people were laughing their asses off. I could hear them.
People like,
you know what I mean?
Like everyone's like so
it was hilarious. But you know what? The thing though is, like, I didn't want Jet Jaguar to get blown away. You know what I mean? Because he's the hero. You know what I mean? I was like, oh God, are they gonna make Godzilla blow him away? They can't, right? So then, like, I was like, they gotta do something here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want Jet Jaguar to completely beat Godzilla, and I don't want Godzilla to destroy him either. You know what I mean? But then they bring in at the end Ghidorah, but I like the way this Ghidorah, this is from the GMK Ghidorah, and I always thought that the GMK Ghidorah was a good guy, not a bad guy. But they use that suit. Or am I misinterpreting it?
Not sure. I need to watch GMK show. It's on TV tonight. I might have to catch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Godzilla in that one is definitely the evil version. So,
yeah.
Interesting. Maybe they just like the design, or
I don't know, because like it was confusing to me towards the end, because like they should have brought, like, I don't know, they should have done what I was hoping to see was a tag team between Godzilla, Jet Jaguar, with Gigan and Megalon. You know what I mean? Because it's the 50th anniversary. You know what I mean? So like I thought, but they didn't go that way. You know what I mean? That completely came out of left field and caught me off guard. I was like, what, Ghidorah? You know what I mean? And then it just, like, did they say to be continued? Because
I think so. Okay. To be continuing next year, so that's what we get. And I think that's quite good that they're kind of taking stuff from the original movies and then kind of molding into something new and different as well, which is I think that's a unique take and keeps things a little bit more fresh as well.
Sure, yeah, so see, like, even he says that the more Megalon, the better. Like, I thought they were gonna bring Megalon in, you know what I mean? Like that would have been the perfect opportunity. Like, Megalon comes in with Gigan. I mean, they already have the Gigan suit, you know what I mean? So like, but they brought in Ghidorah, and it's like all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1. It should have been in that classic tag team again. You know what I mean? But anyways, man. Yeah, it's funny that Toho didn't want Legendary to emote Godzilla too much with facial expressions, but then they go ahead and have him handshake. that you know what? To me, that was a little uncomfortable to watch. You know what I mean? Like, he pulls them up and they're like, they're staring at each other, like a little bit, like, uncomfortably long. My wife was next to me. My wife was next to me, and she's like, my wife was next to me. She's like, kiss. I was like, oh, come
on. That's for the post-battle celebration.
Yeah, I feel bad for Megalon. He didn't get a live. Yeah, he should have gotten it, man. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been. It would have been it would have been perfect. You know what I mean? That classic tag team all over again. Gigan and Megalon versus Jet Jaguar and Godzilla, but it would have been, in my opinion, it would have been so much better. But like, they brought in Ghidorah and stuff like that. I was like, what? Like, you know what I mean? That's not even the right Ghidorah. That's the GMK Ghidorah, and then he's a good guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, it was
to see what they'll do next year. Who knows? I may bring him in for that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a weird ending for me. Yeah. It was a weird ending for me. You know what I mean? I was like, and it made me laugh. It made me laugh out loud. I was like, but anyways, we'll have to wait next year. You know what I mean? To see what they, if they follow up. You know what I mean? But like, what's next year gonna be? Because like, there's Godzilla 84 is gonna have their 40th anniversary next year. You know what I mean? So are they gonna prep for that? You know what I
True,
mean? And
that
like,
could be interesting. Yeah, because was there a movie in? Yeah, is there any other movie for 50th anniversary in '74?
as far as what's that one? Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, right?
Yes,
Didn't that
you're
come
right.
out
Yes, it
after?
is.
Yeah, yeah, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. But like, are they gonna do a Mecha Godzilla thing next year? I don't know. I really don't know.
I
So
would
yeah,
definitely
next year's
appreciate
also
a 50th.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah, see,
was gonna
next year Mecha Godzilla and King
say,
Caesar. Yeah.
mm,
So he's another
that'd be good.
Godzilla ally. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be
it'll be
interesting.
interesting.
But I'm
We'll
definitely
have to
hoping
wait
we
and
get
see.
a 50th. Yeah, hope we get 50th anniversary SH Monstrat's Mecha Godzilla. Because or at least a
Mm.
re-release or updated one. Because I don't have that one. I've always loved the design, but
Oh yeah, I have that one. You know what I mean? Like the first release.
yeah,
But I still have to get him. I still have to get him shaded because he's just too clean looking. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
So
I gotta get him shaded up and things. Yeah. So
maybe that's what
yeah,
we'll
but
get next
he's
year. It'd be
nice.
quite good. Mm.
Yeah. So Toho is showing the 70th anniversary logo already. I have not heard anything else. I know, yeah, that
Yeah.
was I don't know. I thought that was a little premature. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what? It's this year? I go, no, 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 that's next. Like my wife was like, what? It's this year? I go, no, 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 it's next year. You know what I mean? Next year's their 70th anniversary. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah,
I think it'll be a slow tease, right? Build up
yeah,
because like, the
yeah,
revealable logo was cool. But I like the logo, but
yeah. So okay, like I'm curious to know, like, what was it that people were so disappointed with this figure? I don't see anything wrong with this figure. Like it does everything that, it's you can get out of a figure. Like I really don't know. You know what I mean? Like this is
yeah,
a little annoying. Like these little rings here and stuff like that.
yeah.
I mean, they should have done something a little bit different. But other than that, I mean, this
He's an old
figure is
generator as well. Is that one of the
yeah.
earlier?
So
Yeah. Mm.
yeah, like yeah, he's like the first edition. He's like the first release of Mecha
Yeah,
Godzilla 73. Yeah, so or 70. I can't remember.
yeah,
Anyways, but we'll probably we're gonna get another one, and they're gonna give us more accessories and stuff and things. So
yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah. All
Mm.
right. Now here's the big discussion. Now let's
Yes.
talk about Godzilla Minus One. Now,
Yeah.
Nathan, you saw this movie,
Yeah.
okay? And for all my friends in the chat, you guys are living in the States. You guys are going to see this movie December 1st. Lucky for you guys. I'm happy that you guys are going to watch this movie December 1st. Me being in Taiwan, there's been absolutely no information as to when this movie is coming here to Taiwan. So I am bummed out because of that. But the thing though is you know what I mean? So that's why like I'm by that time, by December, after December, by December comes, like this movie's gonna get spoiled anyway. So like Nathan is gonna tell me what happens, but this will be off air. You guys are not gonna know out of respect for you guys and stuff. All right. Now,
Yeah.
Nathan, please tell us what was your initial reaction about Godzilla Minus One?
Yeah. Okay, that's a good question. Overall, definitely enjoyed it, but I feel like one of the main points that sticks out to me, you can remove Godzilla, and the
Mm-hmm.
movie still stands on its own.
Oh, okay.
So I think that base story is still really good. It
Mm-hmm.
starts off in '44 and it spans a couple
Mm-hmm.
of different years.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know from the trailer, the base story already is the war is basically just ended or just ending and then ends,
Uh-huh.
and it follows one main soldier and I guess him coming to terms or dealing with the effects of a war, essentially.
Okay.
Um, so the main core part is basically like it's a solid war movie, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Godzilla, who
Mm.
I think if someone young watches this movie, they're going to be traumatized.
Really?
It's yeah, it's very. I'm not sure if it's not really spoiled, but it's very. My okay, I saw it with my Japanese friend, and he said it was
Mm-hmm.
very GMK like.
Really? Very GMK. Like that's the first time I've ever heard anybody describe it that way. I saw D-Man, D-Man, he was giving his impressions, and he said it was a lot like he got the vibes of like Godzilla 2014, So that's very interesting how this is coming from a Japanese person. His
Yeah, yeah.
perspective is like, oh, it's GMK. It's got a
And
GMK
I guess
vibe.
from him as well, 2014 is nothing. It's like kind of a horrible Godzilla movie in general.
Okay.
So, but
Okay, question. Is that how Japanese people view the monster verse? Okay, so you just alluded to me that your Japanese friend doesn't like Godzilla 2014. How does he feel about Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla versus Kong?
good popcorn flicks, I
Okay.
guess. I'll need to ask him again actually, but they weren't great movies or
Mm-hmm.
great Godzilla movies, I guess. I think
I
one of the
see.
main obviously issues with the first one was
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla's barely there, and then you just get this like random monster that no one gives a f about that they don't care. But it seems like
Yeah.
Americans really love Muto, so I was really surprised. I don't think he's popular or anything really keen here. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's one of those things that probably depend on the person, obviously.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
the guy that I'm talking about, he grew up watching them all way since he was a kid. He's a huge fan, like watching them. So, um, having
Okay.
Japanese
All
friends
right.
again.
Okay.
But anyway, getting
Okay.
off
That's
track.
interesting. Mm-hmm.
Coming back to the movie, you don't have to wait long to see him. He jumps up, you
Oh.
view him straight away, and you kind of left with oh crap. So that's the tone of the
Yeah.
movie.
Uh-huh.
And then the human story element progresses further, and it is quite captivating and sad at the same time. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I feel like the movie itself, you can remove Godzilla and still enjoy it.
I see.
There was quite a few homage to the
Homages.
older various Godzilla movies, especially 54. There's
Of
one scene that
course.
seemed familiar to me,
Uh-huh.
and then my friend confirmed after. He said there's others as well, but some are quite subtle,
Mm-hmm.
some are a bit more obvious, so it's really good for fans. But there's one scene that I'm talking about. It's like the cameraman. They're filming
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla and they're just absolutely petrified that Godzilla's right here. He's attacking. He's destroying. We're filming. Da, 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 da. That scene was really moving, or maybe not moving, but exciting. Because you're
Uh-huh.
like, okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Yeah.
Okay. Now here's a question. I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler, but like because you kind of see it in the trailer, there's a big body count in this movie,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Because of Godzilla.
yeah, yeah. So that's one thing that my friend actually said as well. He was really surprised that we see bodies. He said, in Godzilla movies, he kills people, he
Uh-huh.
stomps on people, but you never see the bodies.
Yeah.
But in this one, you see the bodies lined up. You know, you see the
Wow.
people that get killed. So it's very different in terms of previous movies in that sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And definitely like you can tell the quality is a lot higher. Like not all Japanese movies are bad, but they have that
Sure.
kind of a cheesy way of acting sometimes. I feel
Yeah.
like in this movie it's definitely toned down and it feels a lot more polished, I guess, or a bit more
Mm.
international in the sense. Uh,
Okay.
but one thing also for the acting as well, there's something that I didn't catch at all, but my friend did tell me was they felt like they were from that period. They weren't speaking in modern Japanese. It was a little bit more,
Oh, okay.
like in English, you'd hear like, "Good day, old sir. How are you?" You know, you hear
Sure.
that
Yeah.
way.
English is different from back then, like 50 years ago till now, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes in the movies, they don't really change what they speak. They just speak how they do in the modern day, but it's set in the period of people.
Exactly.
You know, it feels a bit jarring. He
Okay.
said it was
That's
really
that, that's
good.
a that's a nice touch. Yeah, that's a nice touch
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
And same with the set building and the makeup, costume design. Everything was really on point.
Mm,
And like
okay.
even for me, it looked really good. And then when talking about the movie afterwards, he said, yeah, he was impressed by that because that is the hairstyle that they use in that period. At that time, that's what she'd be wearing. Or that's
So
how they
it's
kind of did.
very so this movie is very um what's the word? It pays attention to like the period that it's in. It's very too I'm just running out of I forgot what I was gonna say, but basically it's very true to the time is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
So like that's
Okay.
why I feel like most. I mean, it's obviously a time period thing, or when the movies were made. A lot of other Godzilla movies, as well, maybe they're made just for fun. Some of it's a short budget or short time constraint. But this time, it
Yeah.
definitely feels like they've put a lot of effort into the smaller details.
Sure. Cool. I like
Yeah,
that. I really like that a lot. Yeah.
yeah,
Now, so JC says that all sounds good to me. Period pieces need to be given, get the viewers to believe and invest. If everything of the environment down to the dialogue matches what's supposed to be depicted. Yeah, of course, I agree. I totally
yeah,
agree. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, can you take us to the first act of the movie? Like, how does this movie start, and at what point, like, were there like people are like freaking out, like, what the heck, what is this? There's this some kind of creature or whatever. Like, how does that take place, if you can tell
Like any good Godzilla movie, we start off on a tiny island off the coast of Japan.
us?
One of the mini islands. So yeah, it's basically a little bit small military outpost. Um, the main guy, he's a fighter pilot,
Okay.
and he's on this island for a reason.
Okay.
He's kind of having a bit of banter with one of the main engineer guys there, the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
He's having some mental trouble. He's just chilling off on the ocean. Notices some stuff. Okay, some time passes. Then all of a sudden, like the air raid sound like, like, what? There's an attack. Everyone gets ready, and then yeah, that's when you basically Godzilla first appears. So you
Oh.
don't have to wait long.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, but yeah, it definitely sets the tone for the movie, both the emotional
Mm-hmm.
as well as the what Godzilla is basically like.
I
Um,
see.
it's not really a spoiler, but
Okay.
when I watched that first part, my first thought was Jurassic Park.
Oh,
The
okay.
original Jurassic Park, when you watch it in the night scene, you know, the big T Rex, you know, it's just like
Yeah.
it really gave me that feeling of watching Jurassic Park for the first time at the cinema when you're a kid, right?
Ah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that's a classic scene. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah,
so memorable. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
that's kind of the impression I got. And coming down to Godzilla himself, the design I love. He's bulky, he's beefy. Um, was without going into spoilers, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
his
be careful
movement
not to
I
go into
like.
spoilers.
Yeah, explain like for what to say that isn't a spoiler, but I like this movement. It followed the
Hmm.
weight. It was very like 1 foot boom, next
Hmm.
move. I had kind of that slow motion, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Hmm.
fun to watch.
Yeah. Cool. Now, another question for me for
Yeah,
was just had it and I just totally lost it. The parallel. Okay, so like there's quite a few parallels to like previous films in this Godzilla movie. I'm assuming, right? You mentioned 54 being one of them,
yeah.
GMK2, and okay. So, and like the characters themselves, like I was hearing that from a lot of people that this is like one Godzilla movie where you actually care about the human characters. Is that how you feel about this movie?
Yeah, I guess that comes back to what I said at the start. I feel like this movie, you can remove Godzilla and
Mm-hmm.
just put in any external factor, right? Maybe that there's something you have
Mm-hmm.
to overcome. That's basically what Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
is, right? He's like the oh crap, we're doomed type thing. We have to get over it. We have to process the,
Sure.
I guess, our feelings or our situation. So you
Okay.
can remove him, and I feel the movie still stands on its own as a solid war movie or
Okay.
post-war movie
Sure.
or
Okay.
general, I guess, drama, I guess, if you will. So I think that
Okay.
part's actually good. Like the
Uh-huh.
if I come comparison to Godzilla vs Kong, the
Mm-hmm.
human story there was pretty bad. The original one that I forgot her
Yeah.
name, the Stranger Things girl, her character
Oh,
was
yeah,
meant to
Millie
start
Bobby
off with
Brown.
the whole like therapy, PTSD, really show that. But
Yeah,
if they kept that in that movie, it would have been a lot better, in my opinion. You
sure.
instead of having that, you have no reason. She's just like weird, loopy, running off with a conspiracy theory. You know, you don't even get the context. But
Sure.
whereas
Yeah.
this one, it follows through with a whole human element. right? You kind of
Okay.
find out why, what's happening, why he wants to do what he wants to do, and kind of how it comes through to the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the battle scenes. Um,
Yeah.
I heard that in this movie there's a lot of battle scenes out at sea. Is that correct?
Yeah. Majority of the movie is at sea almost.
Wow. Okay.
Ginza is obviously on land.
Hmm.
Um, but there's scenes again, I guess had to compare it with Godzilla vs. Kong. And I feel like the
Oh,
water scenes in this just nailed it in comparison.
sure.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of you see it in
They
the
just
trailer
look
as
really
well.
good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
swimming underneath the ships.
Yeah.
Of attacks.
Yeah.
So all those type of things, which you kind of see in Godzilla vs. Kong as well, I feel like it was done better here.
Yeah, because Takashi Yamazaki, he says that yeah, he took a lot of inspiration from the MonsterVerse. Like a lot of the elements of the MonsterVerse, he was inspired by it, and you can see that even in the trailer, like when he's swimming under the ships and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Which is
yeah.
that's cool.
And
Now,
like, yeah,
go ahead, go ahead,
I don't
go
remember
ahead.
what I was going to say now, but yeah, the
Okay,
definitely the scenes there in the water were really good. Yeah,
okay.
won't say too much more. Yeah,
All right. Now, I want to ask you a question about the trailers. Okay.
yeah.
Um, the trailers. How much does the trailers give away? Like the first trailer, not the last trailer, the first trailer. Does it give away anything?
Hmm. Don't fully remember everything in the trailer, but I think in
Hmm.
the trailer when we see him stomping through the city, the ship
Yeah.
flying.
Okay. What act is that in? Like, is that in the first act, middle act, or final act? Like when he's stomping on the on
That's
land.
mid.
What that's mid. Okay.
Yeah,
What about the ship flying through? Crashing
final.
into that building. Final. Okay.
Yeah,
And okay, and like that famous that scene where he's stomping through the city, chomps on the train. Where's that?
yeah. That's the middle part. Yeah, middle act.
Middle part. Okay,
Yeah.
so even in the middle part, there's still more like the final act. Okay, where does the final act take place? Does it take place out at sea or on land?
That's a bit of a spoiler, so I'll keep that one there
Okay,
for
all right, cool.
those that are anticipating the movie in December. But the I'm not sure about the screen time for Godzilla. I mean, a lot of Godzilla movies you don't see him much,
Sure.
and this does follow that trend. I mean, he's not
Hmm.
there the whole time,
Yeah,
um, but
but
you got
is
him.
it like the because here's the thing, Nathan. Like when I was in Tokyo for Shin Godzilla,
Yeah,
you know, uh, and like I was just okay. Me not understanding a lick of Japanese, you know what I mean, and like having no context of like what it, yeah, the history, the behind, the background of it, and why people like it and things.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I was just in the theater, twiddling my thumbs around, waiting for Godzilla to appear. You know what I mean? And
yeah, yeah.
you know, but for this movie, is it like that? You're like, oh, you're just waiting. Oh, come on, speed it up. I want to see Godzilla again. Or like it's engaging like all the way through. Like as you said, like the human characters are that engaging that like you stay through the whole thing.
Definitely the latter for me. Definitely engaging. Though
Uh-huh.
admittedly, I'm not the type of person that's like, "Damn, where's Godzilla? Where is it? I need to see him." I also like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
I feel like you kind of need that to tie into create the overall experience with the movies.
Sure.
But in this one, definitely a lot better. Shin Godzilla
Mm.
is very Japanese, or as a satire, it's basically Starship Troopers but Godzilla, right? It's a
Sure. But
satire
the
of
thing
the
though is like what people
government.
forget, it's meant it like that movie to me was meant with it's tell a story about life in Japan and people's opinions in Japan about the political system and things like
Hmm,
that, right? That's why I feel like a lot of people in the States can't really relate to that movie or don't like that movie and
yeah,
things because I they don't understand it, you know what I mean? So that's the thing.
yeah.
So I mean it took me quite a bit to me to like that movie too, but I was in the same boat. Like I didn't like it at first, but then after like after several other viewings and then listening to other people talk about this movie, oh why and stuff like that, and I can then I kind of get it, and then it grew on me more. But like initially, no, I didn't like it at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it took me a while to watch this one. And I watched it. I enjoyed it, but living here, and then I was here during the big earthquake as well. So that's what the movie's
Sure.
basically a satire of as well. So a lot of that was kind of
Sure.
interesting, and I found it quite humorous when maybe it shouldn't be at times. But for this movie, at least for Zero, it's definitely more not generic. What's the word? Open to everyone. Essentially, it's just a good base story, which was nice.
So it's more.
Very-
It's more. It's more. What's I'm forgetting the word too. It's more. I guess it's more opened up to everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah. So more people can enjoy it. I think. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I think. Okay. Yeah. Like comparative to Shin Godzilla, I think people that were disappointed with Shin Godzilla, I think. Do you think those people will, like this movie a little bit more because there's just a little bit more happening?
I think so. I can't imagine why anyone would really dislike this movie, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Inclusive, yes. Thank you, JC. Inclusive.
Yeah.
This movie is more inclusive. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one main disappointment that my friend had, which I do
Okay.
agree with.
Okay.
I'll leave it for another time because it's a bit of a spoiler.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something that does make sense, and I'm curious if I feel like they could do a sequel to this movie.
Sure.
But I could, like we're talking about, we could imagine maybe it'll be set 10 or 15 years later, maybe in the 50s. And it could be like one that they do every couple of years where it's set another generation ahead, maybe. So it'd be interesting to see how they do that, or if they do. And then maybe they could expand on those kind of points that we both kind of had. Not a disappointment with, but it was definitely a negative point of view for the movie.
Okay. So what? Yeah. So that was gonna be that was gonna be a question too. What are negatives that you kind of see in this movie?
Yeah, the main negative I won't say because it can be a bit of a spoiler. Because if you want spoiler free,
so then
go into it with a fresh mind or without being tainted by this point. But wasn't too many real negatives actually. Overall, I found it a solid movie from start to end. From both the character and the Godzilla design. That's probably something I'd say for any movie. I wanted more Godzilla.
sure.
Maybe the last part I could have dealt with a little bit more destruction or something else added on.
Okay.
The way it finished was fine. It was good. But maybe a little bit more could have been nice. A little bit of sprinkling on the top.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty.
What else was there? Yeah, I mean...
So is there anything else that we can say without getting into spoilers? So
don't think so, actually. I won't say too much more. But one thing that's cool is I showed you already, but in Japan, for any movie release, they always sell pamphlets. I think maybe they did it like back in the day overseas.
I have a Shin Godzilla one. Yeah, I have a Shin Godzilla one. Yeah.
In Japan, any movie they release a pamphlet you can pick up, and it's nice that I got the.
That looks beautiful, man.
Godzilla there.
I cannot wait for that SH Monster Arts, Nathan. Like now that we've seen the trailer, like like when he shoots his atomic breath and you see those spikes coming up out of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are we gonna get another God? Are we gonna get? My question is like, are we gonna get? I know we are getting another version of that Godzilla Minus One SH Monster Arts, but are we gonna have like bigger spikes SH Monster Arts Godzilla Minus One, which is my question. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I can imagine at least 2 more releases.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Kind of like Shin Godzilla. He like kind of like base, and then it's like the big attack one and so forth. I feel could be the thing for the Minus Zero. We can the base one at the beginning, which is November 25th, I believe, in Japan. And then I can see maybe the atomic breath blast one with the spines fully lit up, and maybe another version. So yeah, that
Okay.
would be interesting.
Yeah, like I'm so glad, I'm so happy that I picked up just one, because after seeing the trailer and I see like the spikes coming
Yeah,
out, I was like, of course they're gonna come out with another SH Monster Arts with a different version. So yeah, they gotta show me that. I gotta get that one too.
yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at the SH Monster. It looked pretty good. Yeah, man. I cannot wait for that figure, Mario, for sure. Yeah.
He's going to be nice.
Alrighty.
I've seen him a few times as well. Oh, the detail is, yeah, he looks really good.
The detail looks very beautiful. Yeah, I can't. How big is it compared to like the other figures in the line? Like,
I want to say, looking at them now, Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong size, maybe?
that big?
I think so. He's not as
So he's
big
gonna
as,
be about,
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's about that size.
really? That's pretty big. So Super Mario is saying no, it's definitely not shin big. Okay.
No, not shin big. And
Okay.
it's bigger than the 2019, I believe, mainly due to the
Bigger than
spine. That's why I
2019.
feel like Mechagodzilla is about right.
Okay, so it's around 2019 big.
But I
Okay.
think like
Well,
this one,
the only the only way to find out is like to get it in hand. Yeah,
yeah, which
sure. Okay.
in 2 weeks' time we will have.
In a couple of weeks, yeah. And also too, for you Haya collectors, you know, King Ghidorah is coming out at the end of this month too, and I'm very excited for that, guy. So if you guys have not picked up King Ghidorah yet, okay, go to calkistoy.com and you guys can use my promo code figuremania-calkis to get 6% off your purchase, and they ship very quickly. They ship faster than Big Bad Toy Store. So guys, go out and go get all your Haya toy figures there because they ship quickly. All right? There you go. Shameless plug.
I love the walking wings on that one. That looks awesome.
Yes. I can't wait to get that. And you know what? Like I did this to my SH. Oh shit! I did this to my SH Monster Arts Godzilla because I knew the Haya Godzilla was on the way. And if you did, you see my
Oh wow!
my
Yeah,
photo of burning Godzilla? I completely destroyed the wings for this guy. You know what I mean? To show
yeah.
when Godzilla's killing him, burning Godzilla's killing him. So like I know I'm getting that figure anyway, so I'll just destroy this guy. And I also have like the custom wings for this guy
Yeah.
too. So I was like, I might as well do it. Who cares?
Yeah. That figure is
Yeah.
so beautiful, but so annoying at the same time.
It's so annoying, yeah. And it's the wings. It's the wings
Yeah.
that does it. You know what I mean? Like it's just so
Yeah.
it's just so it's just so hard to deal with, so beautiful. Like he gives me great photos, but he's just so hard to deal with. Yeah. And guys, coming up on my channel, I am working on this guy right here. So this is Doug. Are you guys fans of Doug? So this is by Spiderhawk Studios. This is a 3D printed figure. And I did 2 photos already, and it's on my Instagram. You guys can go check that out. I'm going to be working at least on maybe 1 or 2 more shots, and then I will do a video review on this guy, so stay tuned to that for that, guys. Yeah.
Where's he from? He looks good. I saw your photo earlier, actually. I think with the sunset, was it? Looking up, it was really nice.
Which one?
That character, Doug, where is he from?
Oh, he's from Godzilla versus Kong, when he's in the Hollow Earth and Kong's running by, and then like all of a sudden you see him, you see that creature.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
him.
really nice.
Yeah. Doug. Alrighty. I know a lot of people like Doug, so I knew that figure was ruined. That picture was so epic, though. Yeah. My wife's like, "What are you doing? That's like a $300 figure you could resell." I was like, "Nah." Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. All right, guys. So
the Zero's not coming out in Taiwan though, but I definitely looking forward to watching it again with some English subtitles. It's definitely nowhere near as political as the Shin Godzilla, but it's definitely like a little bit the nuance or subtle phrases here and there which really kind of tie it together, which some parts were a little bit lost, and some of the characters a little bit hard to understand. So definitely looking forward to watching again with some subtitles.
Oh, your fiance! Congratulations, Super Mario Zilla. She forbids me modifying my stuff. Listen to her. Hey, happy wife, happy life, brother. Okay. Yes, sir. Alrighty. Yeah. So I think we'll leave it at that. We've reached an hour, and I think this has been a very good discussion without giving anything away for all you guys in the chat. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for coming today. Nathan, thank you so much for spending time with all of us, with me and things, and giving us this information. And guys, you guys know what to look forward to over there in the States. If you guys, this is a good movie to look forward to, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I cannot wait to see this movie and things. And maybe when it's done, maybe when this movie is finally done, maybe we can come back and then we can talk about the spoilers. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, that'll be definitely good.
Cool.
I mean, once everyone's seen it, we can come in and discuss certain parts a bit more, and our favorite rampage moments or anything like that. So
yeah. Like I really thought about, like, I was wrestling with the idea, should we talk about spoilers or not? I was like, maybe not, you know what I mean? Because like I don't want things to be coming back to me and shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, whatever. Like the thing though is, like, guys, for guys in the chat, like, this movie is not scheduled to come out in Taiwan and things. So like by the time December comes around and you guys have seen it, this movie will have been spoiled for me already anyways, you know what I mean? So like, whatever, man. Like I can wait, you know what I mean? But I would like to see this in a movie, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Alrighty.
Hopefully, so I wonder how long it will take for it to come out on streaming or DVD or something. Blu-ray, I should say.
I would definitely love to pick this up on 4K on 4K Blu-ray and things.
Definitely look beautiful.
We'll see about that. Yeah. Alrighty. So I will end the screen now. Nathan, stay on. We will talk more. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Well, what are you saying? I've been avoiding all Dangerville and every other streamer's videos that have leaked. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you know what, man? Like, people have the right to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And people have the right to give opinions. Like, remember, it's all opinions. You know what I mean? Like, even like people streaming, putting onto like the top designs or whatever, and like some of these streamers and these big YouTubers, like they rate legendary Godzilla as like the worst design of all time. That's their opinion, you know what I mean? So like, as if you enjoy it, that is the point. Like, don't let anybody else spoil your enjoyment of that Godzilla. Who cares what anybody else says? You know what I mean? If you like it, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? So
and that's why he thought it was the best Godzilla movie, hands down.
There you go. You see? Yeah. Alrighty.
Definitely.
So
right.
hey. Yeah, so hey, they are doing it out there in the States. Walmart is going to be full out of physical media business next year. So how's it been? Wow. I really don't know. I don't know about Taiwan. So like, I don't know. It's kind of a shame that physical media is being phased out. You know what I mean? Because like, I like physical media. You know what I mean? Like, I like getting the physical disc on my PlayStation and stuff like that. So I was like, it's gonna be a bummer. It's gonna be a bummer for sure. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, guys. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. And Nathan, stay on. All right, we will talk. All right. And guys, thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for all your support, and I will check you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.